Hey guys, what's cracking? What's crack-a-lacking? Someone give me a 5 for 5 and we'll roll on into it. Hope everybody's having a good day, good weekend. Hope everybody's cool, if you know what I'm saying. Goodness gracious, people. Goodness gracious. Is everybody doing good? Alright, we're 5 for 5. Big Bugs in the house. Joanne, what's up, guys? So yeah, we got some stuff going on here. Can you see? Can you smell what the sun is pooping? I guess. What's up, Playing Dirty? Good to see you. Mr. Floyd, Judy, what is cracking? Stephanie's in the house. Anna's there. Joanna's there. Mark is there. Mr. Floyd. Vicky, what's up? Hummingbird. Alright, guys. Yeah. So, what's up, Reflections? Good to see you. So, guys, yeah, we got some space weather here to talk about. If you guys could, please share the stream out. It is the best way to get the word out. Sometimes people don't get the notifications and such. But, you know, so is life. What's up, Ilea? Good to see you, babe. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better, girl. Alrighty then. So we are 5 for 5. Okay, good. Sorry about the little bit of a delay there. I had some. I'm gonna test something on you guys real quick. I got a fan that's on my laptop stand. I want to see if you guys can hear it when it's running. Can you guys hear anything right now? Because I don't have it plugged in. And if I could plug it in, I would love to, because obvious reasons. Try to keep that laptop as cool as possible. Okay. Can anybody hear anything at all? Yeah, please like and share. It's the best way to do it. Thank you, G2. Appreciate you. Daryl Calhoun's in the house. What's up? Be Quick Paul's in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for all the support, man. I really do appreciate all the gifted memberships and stuff. It really does help a lot. Just so everybody knows, Deep Quake and let's see here, Full of Hope, 5G, AA Ron. I'm gonna forget somebody, guys. There's so many people support. Yeah, and there are a lot of other people. Oh, Genius. She donates a lot of them. It's good stuff, guys. Okay, cool. It's in now. So awesome. Oh, you can hear that? Can you hear a little? Maybe it's my other fan. Let's see if I can't. Is it like really bad, or is it just like very, very slight? If it's very slight, I can live with that as long as you guys can. Yeah. What the heck did I do with my pop? There's one of them right there. Well, I want to make sure that it's enjoyable for you guys too. I don't want to bug anybody, because I know when I hear little noises and stuff. Let's do this. Can you guys hear that at all? And I'm sorry I'm testing it out on you guys here. I don't like to do that, but I just want to make sure you guys are getting the best quality you can. Let me ask this. If I had not said anything, would you guys said anything? I guess that's probably the best way to ask it. What's up, Cajun Red? Enigma's in the house. What's up? Thank you for your continued support too. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. You guys are awesome. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go on. Okay, awesome. Alright, I just want to make sure, because that way tomorrow when I go live, I won't have to ask that, and I can just move and just keep moving. Because I am streamlining this process, and I know the beginning of this one doesn't really seem like it, but I am making it to where I can focus better. I've been putting into effect a lot of different things, and you know, you guys can't really see them, but it's helping me stay focused, and it's working. So I look for my actual live stream stuff to kind of be more concise from now on. Just a slight little hum. I have a Enigma that's I got a laptop stand my laptop is on, and it's got a fan underneath, and it's always blowing. Obviously to keep it cool. But okay, so let's get into Space Weather, guys. Guys, this sunspot is crazy. This is the most active. Well, as I'm saying, sunspot. Maybe I should show it to you. How about that? It might be a little better of an option, huh? But it's right here, and it is the one that we've been talking about here the past few days. And obviously, you can see just all the activity up there, right? I mean, it's just constant. And so, with that being said, let's go back over here. Yeah, so most of those, if you look at these, those are, I have to say, guys, these are. That was almost an X flare. That was almost an X flare. That one was too. So if you count those up, and so was this one. All right, that one might have actually been one of the X. Nope. I think it was an M class flare. That right there, guys. That is a, you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 X flares in the course of 2 days. Now, that's not like unheard of during solar maximum, but that is extremely active, okay? Now, I don't know the exact year in which sunspot it was the last time we seen a sunspot doing what this one's doing. But what I will say is it's active, and that's really, I guess, all we really need to know. And again, it's not like unheard of again. I mean, we see this kind of stuff during solar maximum, so I don't want to play this up any more than what it actually is. You know what I mean? So with that being said, look at that thing. I mean, that was the last X flare, and it almost looks like 2 flares there, but it's just one. Okay. Now I know it does that X pattern, and I've explained that 100 times. It's just a camera. It's the way the light picks up. The camera picks up the light. The way that I explain it to people is when I was a kid, I would go outside or take a ride with my mom and dad at night. And I would look at the street lights, and I would squint my eyes. And I'm sure all you guys have done this too. At least people my age, because we didn't have phones to stick our face into. But you can make the light look like that just by squinting your eyes. So it helps you understand that the camera's kind of doing the same thing. So that's what you're looking at there. That's just one flare. It happened all at one time. Obviously, you can see it. It's the same sunspot, but so what we're going to do is I am going to we'll roll this back and forth a few times, and we'll let you guys see all of this stuff. This is the 131 angstrom, and the 131 is one that we look at typically when we're looking for sunspots. They show up really well here. Plus, you get other definition here too. Like when I show you the 94, it's more blurry, right? And we're talking about a place on the light spectrum that is just concise to the 94 angstrom of light. So that's why they do this, so they can look at specific gases. Okay? But the 131 shows different detail. This really goes pretty good into some detail. But you can see how active that is. And I'm going to do something right here. I'm going to zoom in like extremely far, because I want you guys to watch at the base of this, inside, underneath all these umbra, okay? Underneath all these magnetic loops, right? Watch this thing. I mean, you can just see it crackling. It's constant. There's flares there that we picked up on the detectors, the X-ray detectors, but they're not really so much showing up as high-class flares. It's flaring constantly right now, is what I'm trying to say. So obviously, and that's not even, I don't even think that's a 24-hour run. It's like a little shy of 24 hours there. So that thing is extremely active. And so yeah, so somebody say that. But again, what's it mean? Well, it means a lot, actually. With the X flares, you immediately get a radio blackout, okay? And a significant one at that. Now, they don't tend to last all that long, all right? I'm going to say that straight up. People need to know that. They last about an hour, just to be honest with you. So that's just, you know, again, I'm not going to play something up that doesn't need played up, and I'm not going to play something up when it does need played up. You know what I mean? I just don't do that. So on that end of it, when we're talking about an active sunspot like that, what's it mean for us? That's the biggest question. Well, it puts us at more risk for a higher flare, and what comes with flares sometimes, especially big X-class flares, CMEs. And there's been quite a few eruptions. Right now, we're currently getting hit with one. We are in a geomagnetic storm right now. Okay? And let me show that to you. You're not going to see it here because it ain't showing up here yet. It's going to be on this bar right here. And this is one of those things where I can, you know, click here. You're not going to see it here. But even NOAA, oops. Hold on a minute here, guys. We'll just let it load. I'll click over here. This is the German site, right? So we're looking at the HP. This here shows us the KP, right? It's the same indice, it just gets calculated different. There's a 3-hour average on this one, okay? So that's a 3-hour plot point. That's an average of whatever happened on those 3 hours, okay? Hey, Miss Dragon, good to see you. But over here on the HP, you get 30 minutes. Look here, look at that. We were at G2 an hour ago for about 30 minutes. Then it dropped back out, and we're still at a G1, right? So whatever that average is going to come out at the end of this, it's going to be a geomagnetic storm even on NOAA. And how do I know that? Well, look here. Latest observed, they're putting it at a G1 right now. They are forecasting a G2. So where is this coming from? Well, first let me say this. You got R3 right here, radio blackout storm. That is from all these flares. And this one in particular, the last one, is this one. Well, this R3 is showing the strongest one of the day. It'd be this one here. The one, I think it was a X 1.6 class, if I remember. But again, still things happening. Matter of fact, we just had another flare right here. It's an M class, but it wasn't very big. So I'm not going to really be too concerned about showing that to you. But if you look right here, this is NOAA's forecasting model. And what we're looking at here is a top down of our inner solar system. And this is a side cut. This is what's hitting us right now. Okay? So I do believe they got this forecast pretty stinking close right on. Okay? They really did. They nailed this one. You know, I give credit where credit's due, and right there you go. You got some credit right there because absolutely hit this one on the head. If you were to time this out, remember this is UTC time, so you add 4 hours to that. What is that? That's 24 hours, right? So it'd be right at the turn of the day on the 6th. And if I back it up, we started getting hit with this thing about right there, right? So this thing is lining up. Now, if you're on the East Coast or if you're in Eastern Standard Time, you add 4 hours basically to your to the time, because the world will use UTC in the science community, okay? Because it helps everybody stay on the same page when they're talking about things. You can't just be saying, "Oh, I'm on the Eastern Time, this time, and this time." Then we go over here and talk about Pacific Time. Then we go talk about, I don't know, a time zone way over there, right, on the other side of the planet. So you can't do that. It gets very confusing really, really quick. And that's why they decided, even if we're at odds with other countries and stuff, which we are never not, we all still use the same time frame when we're talking about stuff happening in space, or not even just space, just something that affects stuff globally, okay? So as we're seeing this, you can see how we're getting a glancing blow. And that's exactly what we've been talking about. It does look like they got this one right on, okay? Now, so let's go back over here for a minute, because I want to show you guys something interesting, and I almost didn't bring it up. And well, first let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and run a movie on this tool here. This is this is our magnetogram, and it's a colorized version. And what the colors do for us here is it actually will let us know the difference of polarity and where that polarity is. Okay, so you got red and blue, positive, negative, right? So that's what we're talking about here when we're looking at the magnetogram. But this magnetogram helps us understand how active a sunspot is and why. Okay, and the reason is, if you guys have probably all heard me if you've been listening for a while or watching for a while, you can most definitely see this. Okay, this is the sunspot we're talking about. Now, I tell you what I need to do. Let me make sure that they're considering that one sunspot. Sometimes it gets a little bit dicey on whether or not we're going to call it one sunspot or more than one. And where I go to look at that is right here. Dr. Tony Phillips. You guys can go to anybody else's and you can find the same information. But Dr. Tony Phillips over here at spaceweather.com actually puts that right here. So they are considering that one sunspot. That is sunspot 3663. Okay? And that thing, I think its birth was like over here. And it really grew fast about right when it got in front of Earth. And it started getting very, very complex, and it was holding the right amount of energy to produce X-class flares. And we've been talking about that, you know? And so it does make a difference. Okay? So let me just X out of that real quick just to kind of, well, there's my YouTube page. Yeah, hold on a minute. I'm gonna, yeah, if you guys ever live stream and you start slowing down while you're live streaming, just shut some of the movies you got running in the background off. It will definitely help. But anyway, you got this happening right here, and with that sunspot being as active as it is, and I do think that we could see more out of it. So when you got the positive and negative mixing with each other, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you're seeing all this crackling, and just boom, 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 back and forth here, because these things are mixing in such a way, it's very, very unstable. And it's very complex. It's hard to even wrap your brain around the magnetic fields around this thing right now. It is just, it's all over the place. Okay? What are we listening for? Oh, do I still have that on there, guys? Sorry. Let me get that off there for you. I didn't mean to have that on there. Sorry. Let's get that off of there. Okay. We'll get that little chat thing off there. Hey, Flamin', good to see you, brother. We'll leave that one there for a minute. That ain't nothing but love right there. Love you, brother. Good to see you, man. So, yeah. Now, when those start getting those reconnection points, they reconnect when the positive and negative get next to each other, right? They're drawn to each other. And boom, there's a flare. That's what happens. And that's why you're seeing such all this crackling stuff. And we've seen we call them hyperactive sunspots. And matter of fact, I reported on a couple of those this year already. Okay? You guys probably remember if you've been watching. And there was one actually down in this area that was doing the same thing. It started doing it on the backside, and as it rotated in, there it was. And it kept very active. And what's different about earlier on in the sun cycle, we were experiencing that Earth-facing quiet, okay? We were seeing a bunch of flares and geomagnetic activity getting fired off the sun here. Not geomagnetic activity, CMEs, which ends up being geomagnetic activity if it hits us, okay? Geo, Earth, that's how that's done, guys. Anyway, when you're talking about the sun, you'll hear the word helio. You got a heliosphere, we got a geomagnetosphere, that kind of thing. So anyway, we had one that was very active down here, and when it got in the Earth strike zone, it quit doing everything. And we've experienced that a lot earlier on in this sun cycle, but now, the last few times, these sunspots that have come right across us, right in the Earth strike zone, have absolutely stayed very, very active. And it's proof. You know, we can just go look at the geomagnetic storms that are hitting us. all the radio blackouts from the flares. It's just all about that. Now, I'm going to show you something. Okay, I almost didn't show it because I know, man, I struggle showing this because I don't have any idea why this is doing this, okay? I don't, and I'm going to show you what I mean in a second, but I got to explain first. I don't think there's anything crazy going on here, so let me just say that first and foremost, okay? And let me explain why. I'm going to take you guys over here to seeds first, okay? If I take you to the 5th, this is on LASCO C2. It's the SOHO Observatory. That's a satellite right out in front of Earth, always looking at the sun. It's 1,000,000 miles closer to the sun than what we are. That's the position it's in. It's from our point of view, right out in front of us, but it's always looking at the sun. If you come back here and you click on the 4th, you get no images, okay? You go to the 5th, you get no images, right? If we go down here, we get some images. So if I show you here, yes, we had a big eruption right there that we would not have seen if I didn't do that, right? And this would seem to be pretty dense over here, and I can't tell you exactly where this one's going yet, okay? But that happened just a few hours ago, and it probably came from one of those big flares. I'm still analyzing that, and I'll come back on tomorrow and let you guys know exactly what's going on with this one. But there was also one here. That's an occulter disc. It's a physical disc on the camera, and when we see things pop out around, right? When we see that energy pop out around that, we call that a halo. That's the only reason. It visually looks like a halo. There's no scientific reason for that name. All right? So when we see that, we know that it's either coming right at us or it's going 180 degrees the other way, off the backside. How do we tell? Well, then we got to go look at SDO, the other satellite. We need to see where it came from. We have to have a different point of view. We no longer can trust stereo A because it's not 90 degrees like it used to. It used to be hanging out way over here, and it's not anymore. It's hanging out here. Basically, well, I don't want to say it's close to SOHO's position, but it's very close to our perspective, okay? So with that being said, we don't have that side view. And it does matter because we can't just go to that and say, hey, now we can really tell you that this is coming at Earth. We have to rely on this one and SDO and the data, okay? You always got to rely on the data first. Now, I know I show you guys the visuals, but there's a reason. If I just showed you guys data, nobody would be here, okay? Because it's very boring to look at, right? I get it. And that's why I don't do that to you. I show you guys graphs, but I show you the image here first. At least I try to. So you can definitely see there's some more eruptions coming, and that was just a few hours ago. This one was, all right? But my point is, there was no data showing up here. So I'm not sure if there was something going on with seeds, or there might be something going on with the data being relayed back from the satellite. And let me explain to you why. Because this is ISWA. This is the same satellite. It gets the data from the same place. I'm going to hit refresh here, and let's grab that. Okay. Now, most people wouldn't catch this. I look at this thing like every day, all day, right? So I catch things that most people don't because they just don't look at it. So when I see something that's kind of strange looking, I stop and I look at it and I analyze it to see what's going on. Well, if I back this up, you see that little flash right there? Okay, yeah, okay. Well, the last image we got was on the 3rd, right? So I wanted to see that because that matches up with no data here on the 4th, right? But I click to the next image and I see that, right? Look at the date. I just don't even know what to say to that, okay? I really don't. And I don't even want to... I'm not trying to imply anything, okay? I do think it's probably just a glitch. I do think it's just something like that. I don't see any reason here, but Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for that compliment. That was awesome. That's why I keep doing this, guys. It's compliments like that. But you guys see the date? I don't even want to say it out loud. That's 2026. July 1st, 2026. That doesn't happen for 2 years. So I don't know what caused that to do that. All I know is this is the image, the first image after we quit getting images from seeds also. And it's the same satellite. They get the data from the same place. This is seeds. This is ISWA. So my guess is there's something going on with their computers and all that. And this is the reason I'm showing this to you guys, because I don't think it's like something nefarious. Okay, I want to make that first and foremost right out in the front. I don't think it is. That's my opinion. People are allowed to have whatever opinion they want, and that's cool. I don't argue with people, and that's what it is. My opinion is that's just something that happened, and with it happening at the same, on multiple sites at the same time, if you really think about that logically, you would probably draw the same conclusion that I am. Because if it was something to try to be steering us here or there or wherever, it wouldn't be like that, is what I'm saying. So, I just don't think it is. Yeah. I accept the truth where I see it, and that's where I see it. That's my opinion. And again, people are allowed, I'm only showing it to you because I guarantee you I'm not the only one that did see this. I'm not sure if anybody else has talked about it at all. I don't typically entertain those kinds of things, but I did want to show it to you so at least you knew what was being talked about if somebody else was to grab this and just blow it up all over the place. I don't know. I really don't know. My opinion is it's just a glitch. I do think that they'll probably have this back online. And also, if you really time this out, let me go back here. Because I spent about an hour trying to figure out what the heck was going on with this, because, we stopped getting SOHO imaging everywhere. So it has to be something to do with either the data collection or the satellite itself. Maybe the transfer of the data. So I start looking, right? What happened here at 15:48 on the 3rd? And this is usually where I start. And as I look back, you can kind of see, and you start seeing certain things. 1538 is probably about right here. So if you go to the space weather data itself, and that's kind of where I'm going to take us here. Okay? And I can go back. Let's just go back 3 days, and we'll look. Okay? So what we're looking at, there just wasn't much going on. So that's what? Is that back on the 3rd? Yep. So about right here. Now, one thing I will say, look what happened right there. Something did happen, actually. The phi angle flipped right there. Our wind speed started going down pretty dramatically, and the density started going up. So my guess is there was some sort of space weather that affected the satellite. Okay? That's just my opinion, and everybody's welcome to have a different one. That's just me. Right? But you have to be able to go look at all this, and then really ultimately, if you don't understand what you're looking at and all that kind of thing with the models, you really need to go look at the data, because that's where the models are getting their information from. All this data is being entered into the models in a way that gives us the visuals. Okay? So I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out and let you guys see my opinion on that. And again, you'll probably hear other opinions, and I don't hold anything against anybody. But I just wanted to show everybody, hey, that's what I seen. I noticed it also. Because seeds have been down for a couple days. LASCO C2, the tools, I couldn't find it anywhere. I haven't been able to see any data on it at all. Actually, I guess if we go up here, let's try this. Okay, yeah, see, I don't think we're going to get anything here either. See, Soho has the extreme ultraviolet too, okay? And that's when you start seeing anomalies like on SDO, you can go look at the other satellites' extreme ultraviolet also to see if it's a real thing or if it's just a glitch. And about 99% of the time, you're going to fall on the side of a glitch if you look at things logically. And there are those times we do see the weird things that I can't explain myself. You know what I mean? But I also want to point out, guys, we are getting hit with these coronal holes too. Okay? That's the 211. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to like flick back and forth while I'm talking to you guys. Okay? So I'm trying to leave the screen kind of stationary there. But as you can see here, guys, same things that you're going to see. This isn't anything I wouldn't expect. So let me, I'll just update it here. We'll let that thing load. Here's the 171. And here's that sunspot. So let me grab it here. And, you know, this really does show you that you have to look at all the angstroms. And the reason why is because you're not going to see everything you need to see. This doesn't show these flares like this does it? Not even close. Not even close, you know? Hey, Ripper, what's up, buddy? Let's see here. What'd you say, bud? I didn't even read it. I just highlighted it. What'd you say? What'd you say, man? What'd you say, man? That's my brother. I gotta be reading his comments. Can't be skipping his. That's true, Biggie. He should screenshot it and archive it so we can compare. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I did. I mean, that's something I already did. I do that with just about everything, and that's a great thing that we need to do. You know, we got a couple years, but yeah, for sure. It'd be interesting, you know, to see. And again, guys, I don't know what causes that. I don't. I mean, I don't know why it would do that. But again, compare this, guys. Let me say this. If your computer at home was jacking up, have you ever seen it do weird things that you would never expect it to do? You probably have. And that's why I'm saying we got to really just stay focused and stay, I guess, vigilant to the fact that we need to make sure that when we say something is like really, really wrong, that our integrity is intact. So if I, you know, say for instance I came out here and started just blasting out everywhere, and then tomorrow somebody that's way smarter than me comes out and shows everybody exactly what it is, and I was completely wrong, what happens? My integrity is just gone, right? And that's why I try not to do that. So yeah. Anyway, that's why. I mean, I'm just letting you guys know what I do. So yeah. Service offline. Yeah, 7th I did. Let's see here. Huh. There are 3 master lines every. Line is 2 years wide. The smaller are 7 to 8 months. End of line. I'm not even following you there, bud. I guess I'm lost on that end, guys. Sorry. Yeah, if anybody needs prayers, please put. Let's get some ones in the. Yeah, let's get some ones in the chat for anesthesia, okay? That'll show them we care, guys. That's how we do it here. All right. And anybody that's a member here on the channel, you guys got a little prayer emoji you guys can throw up there if you want to. But please, let's get some prayers and good thoughts and everything, guys. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Ricky. Good to see everybody. Okay. But no, I'm not following you a whole lot there, Service. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, Service IQ. I will, I guess, try to look at it later and see if I can't understand what you're doing. Okay. I'm kind of following what you're saying, but I'll dig in a little bit more and see what we got. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for all the prayers. I'm sure she appreciates it. I mean, honestly, yeah, if we're going through anything, guys, we got to support each other. You know what I mean? So, okay, now let's take you guys and let you guys see what our magnetosphere does during a geomagnetic storm. Right here, we're going to look at it because we're in a geomagnetic storm right now. It doesn't look like it's going to last very long. Just let me say that. But we could pop in and out of storm level. Okay, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But as you can tell here, guys, this is the speed. Sun's off to the left. Energy's coming from the sun, our direction, right? That's roughly where our bow shock is. That's the point of where space weather hits our magnetic field. That's what the bow shock is. It's the first point of contact. And the darker reds are faster movement particles. The darker blues are actually moving as fast as those dark red ones, just they're moving in the opposite direction. So if you look at this, it'll kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on there. Okay? So yeah. Now, let's look at the density. And on the density, I wish that they would change this just a little bit. And let me explain why. Because once it gets to a certain density, the more denser it is, the darker blue it shows on this particular model. It stops right there. I really truly think that we see a lot more dense events than what this is able to show. Okay? And why I'm saying that is because the bow shock is there. It looks like it's not there, right? But it's there. And I've shown this 100 times. Let me show you, and I'll show you why. Back here. Okay, you see that little right there? So we had an area or a point in time where the density was a little bit less out in front of the bow shock than what it was behind. So when the density is the same on both sides of the bow shock, we won't be able to see the bow shock because this is just showing us density. So my point is that they were able to show more dense particles than what they can on this model. That wouldn't be an issue. And we can see it really get how dense it's actually getting. Now, I'm sure that there's a reason they did that with the model. They may not have been able to get it to do it the correct way. These models are in a constant work of progress, guys. They never stop working on these things. So just so you guys understand that. Now this is the pressure. Obviously you can see pressure here, right? This is one of those things. Yeah, anesthesia, whatever you're going through. I didn't see what you were going through there. I missed the comment, but we got some prayers going for you, okay? But yeah. Okay, so. Alright. Oh, in case I forget, I wanted to, give Deep Quake Paul a shout out because the other, I think, was my last live stream or the live stream before. He gifted 5 memberships, and I didn't see it till I had already ended the stream. So thank you, Deep Quake Paul. You're awesome, man. I really do appreciate it, guys. And the members already know. We'll be doing a live stream probably tomorrow. I'm going to be giving away some cards to my members and to you guys. Okay. All you got to do is leave a comment. Here, let me just show you that real quick. Let's just go back to this, and if you leave a comment under this video right here, okay, I'm just going to do this. We're going to share that thing. Copy that link. All right, now watch what old Mr. Wages can do right here. We're just going to put that right here in the chat. So if you guys go there, all you got to do is click on that link. Go down there and leave as many comments as you want. Okay? Just say, hey, don't just be like spamming a bunch of emojis or anything like that. I mean, if you want to leave a couple emojis, that's fine. But don't put a bunch in there because YouTube will actually delete your comment. Just so you know, if you put too many like emojis, they'll think you're spamming. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everybody that leaves a comment there, and I'm going to put it in a random number generator, and I'm going to give away 2 decks of cards. And they're called Sunspot. They were discontinued in 2018, and they're very cool. They're high quality. They're bicycle cards. And again, guys, I'm gonna give two decks away, and I'm gonna give 2 decks to my members also. But yeah, they're really cool stuff, and I'm trying to keep it space related. My wife found a whole brick of those that they don't make anymore. They quit making them in 2018. She's awesome. Yeah. She's why I can even do anything in my life. I'm telling you. Anyway, so where we at here? Okay, let's go ahead. This is the geoelectric field model, guys. This is going to show us the geoelectric field at the surface. Okay? And the geoelectric field at the surface is important because it's showing geomagnetism's effect on our electrical grid and unnatural electrical components. That's what this is for. They're trying to bridge a gap between earthquake forecasting and all that. That's why you see all these agencies down here working together. But, you know, it is what it is. And I think it's a great thing right here because this does give us another model that is like to the point. You know what I mean? So this is geoelectric, not geomagnetism. So but it's showing geomagnetism's effect on unnatural electrical components. Anything like wall switches, wires, car batteries, doesn't matter what it is. If it wasn't made by nature and God, then it can affect it, and that's what this model is trying to show. They added Canada probably 6 to 8 months ago up here, and it's important that they did that too. And let me explain why. Because the energy comes in from the poles, and it clearly shows. You can see it even on this model. This is the geoelectric, not even geomagnetism, but you can see how it comes in on the north part first. Okay, now this isn't breakneck stuff. I've seen it look like this 1,000 times, but it is elevated. Okay, but that is kind of what I would expect this model to look like during a geomagnetic storm. Okay, but yeah, okay. So, all right, now, I know we talk about aurora. This is one of those things that it's a positive. Ilea talks about these a lot, and rightfully so. It's really cool stuff, guys. I love aurora. I really wish I could one day see it with my own eyes. I've never seen it. I would love to, and so that's what's going on. Oh, you having major surgery? 1 p.m. Pacific. Okay, let's get some prayers in there for Miss Dragon's husband. Come on, guys. Let's get some prayers in there for her and her husband. I'm not sure what he's having surgery on, but we'll be thinking about you for sure. Okay? Hate to hear that. That's okay if you miss it, miss. It's no big deal. Shoot me an email, and we'll work something out. We'll get you a deck of cards or something. I got some stuff. I got a lot of space bicycle decks, and I'll show them to you all one of these times. If you go look at that thumbnail, let's see here. It might be right here. Yeah, right here, guys. This thumbnail, I got all 6 of those decks. So, I'll be giving those away. I wish I could give you guys more. I really do, but I just don't have the means. But yeah. I want to give back. You guys have been so generous to me and my family. I just have to. Yeah. It humbles me. That's what I'll say. Okay. Anyway, this is the aurora forecast, and this is for tonight. So anybody, I would almost say anybody down here, this is the line maybe, and it's just a forecast. It's not a set in stone thing here. Okay, that's a KP of 5, range 0 to 5, so that's kind of what they're saying. But I think we got a pretty decent chance of getting to a 6, so this line might come down a little further. If you want to know what we should expect, and I'm going to show you guys this because I don't show it all the time. I've shown it multiple times, but not all the time. If we get a KP of 3, this is what our aurora should look like, right? KP of 5, right here. Does that look like that? Pretty close. Okay. KP of 7, we're getting into strong geomagnetic storm right there. So obviously the aurora ring up here, aurora oval is what they call it, is there. And then obviously a KP of 9, that is a G5 level storm. The biggest storms that we can get, okay? I mean, the KP of 9, they stop it there, but it really goes higher, guys, with the bigger events, okay? They just don't put it. They just don't put them on a scale here to show it to us. But you can see. So this is kind of what we would expect. I get this question a lot. What kind of aurora should we expect? I would send you guys here. If you guys want to go where this, if you want to know where this model is or this particular web page, go over to NOAA Space Weather Prediction. Scroll all the way down. Go to the dashboards. See this right here? Here's all the dashboards right here. The one I typically show you is the Space Weather Enthusiast. The one we're on right now is Aurora. If you want to just get specific, electric power, emergency management, radio, satellites, they put it all in one place for you on those dashboards. So I would highly suggest everybody, do that. Go down here and check it out. You can't mess nothing up, guys. Start clicking, start reading. You guys are smart. You can understand this stuff. I still get things wrong. I get corrected every day. And, I send people to people that are smarter than me, such as Tamitha Scove. She did a really good live stream the other night when all this stuff was happening. And, she did it. It was an awesome live stream. It was about 2 hours long. Matter of fact, I wasn't able to chat, but I think I seen Kathy in there. Kathy and who else was in there? Gunslinger, I think, was in. Hey, Gunslinger, good to see you, buddy. But yeah, she was in there, and she was on fire. She really was. She was really doing it. Hey, Seventh, good to see you, bud. How you doing, man? His Wi-Fi cut off. You're back now, brother. Looking good, my brother. Looking good. Good in the hood. Ain't that what they say? Guys, if you guys don't know who Seventh Son is, come back and read the first pinned comment under each video. He is the one that leaves the dad joke for us. So we always try to sprinkle in some positivity to some of the hard stuff that we talk about here. We don't want to be all negative all the time. Which I try not to be. I hope you guys don't get that negativity from me. You know what I mean? Okay, so now what I'm going to do now is okay. Now it does look like we're dropping out of geomagnetic storms already, and let me explain to you why I think that is. It's because of the glancing blow effect. Okay, you see this? That's all we're getting hit with. But I pause because of this. Okay, they're still forecasting us to be in geomagnetic storms for the next, let's see here, 3, 6, 9, 12 hours. So I think probably what's going to be happening here is we're going to be going in and out. And it's going to greatly depend on this BZ. You see how when we drop back out, where did we go? You see where the BZ went? It went positive. We're actually back into a G1 already. See? So that's current. Let's check here. Yeah. So it's bouncing up and down right now. So my guess is we're going to be up and down, up and down. So, yeah. But that is what it is, So, let's go here. Now, again, guys, what I do here, and I think I've said this probably 1,000 times the past few weeks, I nowcast. Okay, I got that term from Ryan Hall. If you guys don't know who Ryan Hall is, I highly suggest you go subscribe to his channel. It's the best weather on the internet, and you guys probably already know who I'm talking about. Well, thanks, Curb Creeper. I really appreciate you. Thanks for saying that. Guys, let me just say this. Those things right there, is exactly what keeps me going. So, yeah. And, yeah. So, that's what I'll say. Um, and without those kinds of comments, I don't know that I would keep doing this, to be honest with you. Because what you guys don't see is all the negativity that gets thrown at me in the background. It's probably, well, I'm not even going to say this because I'm not even going to put it out there. But a lot of negativity gets thrown at me in the background that I just don't speak about. And I have to, just really be careful in the way of reading that stuff because I'm human, you know? When those things are said to us, even though we say, hey, I'm just going to ignore that, at some level, it hit us. It hit us enough to say, I'm not going to let that bother me. You know what I mean? And also, too, guys, please don't talk about negatively about other people's channels in the chat. I would really appreciate that. I get it. I get what you guys are saying. I'm not even having an opinion on that. I just don't, I don't. One of our chat rules is we can't speak negative about anybody else's channel. Even if you guys think I don't like them, I just don't want that in the chat, okay? Or in the comment section. If I see those comments in the comment sections, I get those out of there. Because all that can do is it just stirs drama. If I don't address that, I'm allowing it, and in effect, I'm supporting what's being said. So I don't want that to happen, guys. So if you guys could, please don't do that. I get it though. I get what you're saying. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Nobody's doing anything extremely like smacking out there. Okay. I just don't want. Yeah. I just don't need to. We're not here for the drama. You know what I mean? And that's. But I get what you guys are saying. Because I feel the same way about other things too. So, and I'll just say that. And it's okay to feel how you feel, And what you guys were talking about in there wasn't like completely disrespect and nasty, okay? I get it. You know what I mean? So that's just what I'll say. It's okay, guys. Hey, please don't apologize. Don't apologize for how you feel, okay? That's not what I'm saying. Let's just try not to do that. Here's the other thing too. If the people that like that channel was here in my chat, I would probably let it go because they're here to defend themselves. And that's why I would want to be there if somebody was, you know what I'm saying, guys? I get it. I'm just going to shut up about that now. But my mods are awesome, and I don't say my chat rules very often because we don't have very many of them. And unfortunately, one of my rules is we don't do that, right? So that, and you can't speak vulgar, or talk about anybody else here in the chat. Those are the only 3 rules I have, guys. You can come at me all day long. Please do. 7th, oh my goodness, brother. What is going on? See? That's why, look at that. That's awesome. So freaking cool. Yeah, for sure, Dancy. I got you. Yeah, I just don't want people thinking I'm like coming at you guys either. Because that's not what I'm doing. I have to make that a across the board rule because I can't just pick out specific ones. If you guys know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, let me just say this: I watch everybody. Even if I don't like their attitudes, if I don't like their demeanor, if I don't like what they're saying, the way that they put out their information, I watch everybody for one reason. Because I'm not watching their personality, I'm watching the information. And if I think that they're intelligent, there's a lot of bad people in this world that are intelligent. And if I think I can learn something from it, and I think I can decipher all the bad, nasty stuff out of there, and still get the good information, that's what I'm there for. So, and I hope that you guys do the same. Go to those channels or whatever, whoever's channel it is. I don't care whose it is. If you find yourself getting just stuck, find yourself watching for the drama, like waiting for them to say something bad about somebody, or say maybe they're having a video fight with somebody else. If you find that you're watching that channel because of that, you're watching it because the drama. You're not watching it for the information. I caught myself doing that multiple times. Don't get me wrong. It is definitely entertaining to watch people go at each other. Sorry, it just is. I'm just being honest with that. But if I'm going to watch something like that, I'm going to know that's why I'm there. You know what I mean? But, again, that's why I don't want people to do... You'll never see me have a video fight with anybody. I will never do that. So, anyway. Alright, guys. So, if you guys got any questions, throw them at me. And we'll try to answer them for you real quick. But again, guys, please go here. I'll put the link in there again. Okay. If you go there, we will. I'll just put it right there. I'll put it on the screen, I think. Did it go on there or not? It should have. Well, it'll probably show up here in a minute. But yeah, so go to that link right there. I'm getting ready to end this live stream, just so you guys know. So when the live stream's over, just click that link, guys. You can't click it on the screen, but click it in the chat box. And, we'll just go there, leave a few comments underneath that video. And I'll do the random number generator. I'm going to give you guys at least till Monday night, okay, to leave some more comments. And I'll probably do the random number generator during my Tuesday live stream. Okay? And then all you'll have to do is send me a place where I can mail it to you. And I'll be able to show you guys the cards and stuff. And if you don't want the Sunspot cards, I got other ones I can show and give, let you guys choose. Okay? And again, guys, I really wish that I could give more. You guys have given so much to me and my family. It's just... I really do. I hope I have earned your guys' subscription and your memberships. I really try. So thank you guys for trusting and being with me for so long. My family and myself, we can't say it enough. So, but Miss Dragon, we're going to be praying for your husband. Anesthesia, we're going to be praying for you too. All the good thoughts. And hey, Carrington App, what's up, brother? Guys, get over and check out that app on the Play Stores. You got to, guys. You have to go check out that app. It's a great application. As a matter of fact, with us going into a geomagnetic storm, I haven't looked because I got my notifications turned off because I'm live streaming. But I would imagine probably got a notification or something sent out during the geomagnetic storm and stuff. But yeah. Go over and check that out, guys, on whatever Apple or Android or whatever you have. Go to those Play Stores and check out that app. It's really cool. He gave me a subscription for free so I could check it out and stuff, and it's very good. It's a very good app. So, all right, guys, I am going to pop off. I appreciate everybody for being here, and hopefully that was a little bit more poignant to what we're talking about, and I'm trying my hardest and my best to actually stay focused, and I've made some changes here around my house to where I can stay focused when I'm live streaming. Starting tomorrow, Monday, I will be sticking to at least a start time somewhere between 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern, okay? I may do another live stream earlier on in the day, but my goal is to always do one start time 7 to 9 p.m. But if stuff is going on, I'll come on early, and then if I'm not going to be here for the later stream, I'll let you know then. But most likely on days like that, I'll just do 2 live streams. I'm also considering, and let me know what you guys think about this. I may make because when I started this channel, I was doing edited videos, about 15 minutes to 30 minutes long. I may do that too and post those in the morning, and just make them kind of like just an overall update kind of thing, and then live stream at night. I haven't decided yet, But if that's something you guys would like me to do, let me know in the comments, and I'll see how it all pans out. And if I can make something like that happen, I will. All right, guys. Appreciate you. All the members, love you guys. All the subscribers, love you guys. Love everybody here. Please like, share, and subscribe all this out. And we will see you guys tomorrow, 100%. If anything big happens, I'll be back giving you guys an update. And yeah, God bless. Yahusha saves. And yeah, you can drink this Kool-Aid.